What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to finish the jingles. We're going to start on Diddy's jingles, like victory rap and whatnot, for the for all the level themes. So last stream we made a template, so we're going to be working off a template because a lot of the drums are the same, a lot of the bass is the same, and the mostly there are some variations, but mostly what's different is going to be the melody. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix down some of the templates, like the drum beat, the bass, and the beatboxing, and the rap part, the monkey rap, and the string intro. That's usually the same. And so we're gonna process some of those variations, and then we're going to apply them to the songs. What's up, Renato? Hey, what's up? Alright, so we got a few people in here. Now, what we did was we laid everything down. Now we're going to sort of fine-tune everything, make sure that it sounds right. So, first off, the string intro, that rising, pretty sure I got that one right. Let's check it. Oh, wait. That sounds good. I think I want the bass to be louder. There we go. Which means that it's probably peaking right now. No, it's not. We're good. Cool. So, now I don't know if I want that a little bit of chorus on that. It feels like it's too plain. Ooh, that sounds good, but not so much. 50%. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. Now what we want to do is let's export that as one thing. So we got our string intro. Let me save this first. We'll export that as a well, actually I want to this needs to be in 48K when we export it, but let's go through everything and then I'll switch to 48K. So we got, that's good, and the drum beat, the main drum beat is gonna be on 0, and what else? Now keep in mind that we're not doing reverb with this. We're going to apply the reverb with the song, and it's going to match, so that that way it matches the song, the individual songs as much as possible. So right now we're just going to try to imagine it without the reverb. So now I think my headphone, well, actually we might want a little bit more bass on the kick, a little bit more thump. There we go. Make sure that it stays at 6. Now the snare should also hit at 6. Maybe a little bit more saturation on the hi-hats. Okay, now compare with the original. It froze on me. Hold on. I believe that would be Diddy Clear. Nice. Now, but one thing I just remembered, we're not going to want reverb on the kick, so we have to process the snares and the kicks separately. So that's just something that I'll have to remember for when we actually export. Now the beatboxing. Now, one thing to notice is that the that first part, that hurt sound, that oof, has a pitch bend on it. So we want to start like up here and have it go down to here, just for accuracy's sake. Or maybe it starts there and goes down here. I think it's just a slight pitch bend. Yeah, that's about right. I swear you sound like Michael Scott from The Office. Oh my. Not sure how I feel about that, but thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Now let's see. Hey, how you doing? All right. Yes, songs quality. Doing Lawrence work. What samples are you missing from DK3? Quite a bit. I'm missing a xylophone sound from like the Jungle tune, and then the Stilt Village tune, and missing stuff like machinery sounds, like you said, from Nuts and Bolts, the water sound, that too. But everyone seems to forget about the that xylophone sound from Lakeside Limbo. We don't have that either, and nor do we. And it's the same. It's also used in the Jungle tune. We can't do that. Finish that one either. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. We've got there's two different beatbox sounds. One goes like this, which I need to copy that same hurt sound for this one. So there's two variations on the beatbox sound. And this one. Cool. So the bass, now there's for the most part, there's only two different variations of bass. There's the bass, the string bass. So maybe it could use a little less distortion. And it's too loud. I don't know why I didn't see it before that it was too loud, but here we go. We want it to peak at 6. Okay, so that's the bass string. Now we got the pick bass. There's a pick bass that sometimes is used. And it sounds pretty right. Yeah, there's nothing really that I would do that. I think the second Diddy Hurt sound is too high. Let's see. Let me see. And it starts like So I have it backwards right now. It's supposed to start like this, like with okay, wait a minute. It's supposed to start like this. So I'm going to merge these two. Merge pattern clips. And then create a, let's see. Okay, so this is the new one. I can delete the other one. Yeah, it is a little bit too high. Maybe we want to have it at C. Well, they're all supposed to be the same pitch. I'm guessing that's an A. Also, they're supposed to be switched around. This one's supposed to be like that, and this one's supposed to be like that. Let's see, they're also, so that seems pretty right to me. Now I wonder if they're like different. So these there's different variations. I wonder if they're all the same like that. Like, so we got this one's one of those high ones. Let's see what the high ones. Oh wait, that one is the high one. So that one's the same. Cool. So it looks like they're all. Now let's check out the oh, it froze on me again, darn. Alright, so someone says there are also two variations on the main melody. Well, every track has its own variation on the main melody, so there's no point in making the main melody. Can you make a version of Cascade Capers without the waterfall effect? Maybe. I'll have to see about that, but I won't be on YouTube. Like, that's the way the music is in the game, so that's the way it is on YouTube. But I might be able to make a file for it. Diddy's heard sound at the same pitch. Bad verse rag is missing some marimba notes at the end. Okay, we'll have to we'll cover that when we get out of here. So right now, what we want to know is what is the we want to check on the variation where the of this one. So we got beatbox 1, beatbox 1, and beatbox 2. So let's find one where there's that lower laugh sound. Oh wow, there's a pitch bend on that one. So on that one, there's always a pitch bend. And which direction is that pitch bend going? Because I can't tell. Let's see. Sounds like it's going up. Whoop. So let's try. And they're all different, like they're different pitches too. So I think what I've got to do is import one where there's so we got 46L. I need to import one where there is this variation on it instead of just taking that as fact. So we need 46L. So let's see, these would be here. So they're two, like a half step away from each other. And the let's see, the pitch bend goes down and then up. Now you can't trust these ranges because they're not going to be accurate. They're like scaled the wrong way. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to copy it, but I'm going to scale it to my own liking. So we go to Beatbox 2. Now we go to, this should be, what about G? Well, maybe it should, I'm just going to try like this. So let's actually let's make it like where it's supposed to be. Oh, there's that like they're not, there's that, you have to take a step out of it. Let's go back to C sharp. So let's scale it a bit. Let's say that it's just scale. Let's just keep it playing and scale it a bit until we get the right one. Okay, so we only need 2 bars of this. Maybe it was down here. Yeah, there we go. But it sounds so not smooth. So let me pick the scales as This looks like it's still off center a bit. That's why I'm hearing that flutter. So it looks like we got about half a step off. Like it's half a step off. So what I'm going to do is go and cut out a half a step. There we go. Now we got it perfect. Now let me make sure about that hurt sound and like with the whole formation of that. So it looks like it's about the same on that part. But we have it as the old one here. So let's go and say, if I remember, we said that this was wait, no, it was like this. So beatbox 1 has it where, but they should be switched around. So this should be right here, this should be right here, and this should be right here. So see, perfect. Perfect. All right, so that's with that out of the way, we've done the pick bass. Now the rap. The rap should be. And I'm pretty sure the rap is going to be the same for all of it, right? Oh, so this is, there's not actually three echoes, it's just like a chorus effect. So he's doing like a... He's doing like a stereo effect on the voice. So there's only one echo here. Sounds like the stereo summary has it like a little bit off center. Yeah, it's like a ping pong, but it only has one voice echo, so. So we want a little bit, quite a bit of spread. Because we want that stereo effect to sound like it does in the game. It's pretty much sound like it. Maybe a little bit less. Okay, and once we're gonna add the levels reverb in there, that'll be alright, and that should do it. We still need that Kremling sound, or the Kremling Hurt sound restored. Actually, all those sounds are not restored. Those are originally from the game. So we would need to record new ones of that, but that's not really our place to, we're supposed to be using all original things, so. So yeah, now we have looks like we have everything the way it should sound. That sounds good. Maybe you could. No, we're good. Maybe those hi-hats could use a little work. Need some release on that, or I thought it was, I guess it just isn't long enough. Maybe it's just some fade out, maybe. It sort of has an obvious start and stop. But that sample is going to play out like I wanted it to. Actually, I don't want it to play out because it's supposed to sound like there's a. It's supposed to. The hi-hats are supposed to stop each other. But remember, I need to export all these as different ones because they're going to need to have some reverb on them. So let me see if there's any more variations that I should be aware of. Let me just kind of go through the thing. So we know there's a variation. This is a variation on the string rise. And I know we have all the pitch data and note data in here, so we don't really want to process it like in the different projects. We don't want to bring all that over there, so we might as well do that here. Let me see what other variations there are. So there's the choir. So there's that. So there's just there's just that that string rise, and then there's the choir rise from Primal Rave. So what we need to do is, let's see, I got to make a contact instrument and say, let's see, contact. Here we go. So I got to make two contact instruments actually, because you can't really pitch bend independent of each other. So we have DK2 instruments. We need our viola. No, fiddle. And then we gotta load it up. So this will be the bass, and then this will be the treble. So now what we need to do is go string intro. We need to copy both of these and copy the pitch bend data. So that's our bass. Let's call this fiddle bass. Fiddle. Whoop. And now let's grab our pitch bend data for the treble. Copy it over, and now we need to tell Contact that we want the pitch bend range to be 12, because sometimes it doesn't do that, actually all the time. And you also need to go into the pitch bend range for the instrument and say that you want it to be 12. So that would be that. Oh wait, it's layered in with the forgot to create a new thing. So let's say fiddle intro, copy it there, and now we need to copy the pitch bend data to that pattern. Sounds too high. So maybe we have it an octave too high. Now is that sounds funny. So doesn't have enough bass on it. Maybe we can boost that bass a bit. Let's send this to a track. That should be the right pitch. It's just that they have a separate sample. They have another sample that makes it doesn't make it sound so muffled. But we don't want it to be that loud, so let's take it down 6. Cool. Alright, so now the treble fiddle. That doesn't sound quite right. Now, let's see. Maybe it kind of does. Let me experiment with a little bit less of it, a little bit less of a bend. Yeah, there we go. Too much of a bend. That should do just fine, except that we might need an EQ in there because I don't like all those highs. Some of them don't sound good. Maybe it's not the highs so much as it is the middle. There we go. It's that high mid right there. There we go. We want some more treble up there. And if we add the bass in, it sounds like this. But that's underwhelming. So we want more bass, more powerful bass from it. Maybe we want to low pass this part right here. Instead of like just boosting the... That's kind of what that sounds like, right? We don't really want it to be that loud. That's a bit overkill. Now we can have the bass a bit louder. Okay, that's cool. Maybe we don't want so much treble on that. Let me cut off. That's a bit going over the treble. Cool, but we do want, remember there's a delay we need on that. So let's go and save this preset as untitled, and then we can go and take it into, copy it into this one right here. Cool. Now it sounds good. I might also want that chorus too. So let me just, I remember I didn't do anything to the chorus. I just kind of took the default. So add the chorus in 50% and boom. Maybe that's a bit too much though. Maybe I want a bit more stereo. A bit less depth. There we go. Maybe I do want a little more treble in there. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now that sounds good. Okay, it sounds like it needs to keep going a bit at the end and keep pitching upwards. I don't think so. No, it sounds good like that. Fiddle bass sounds like Kremling snoring. That's funny. Alright. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I think that, so that should be good. Now we have the choir. Sort of a choir. And I think what we might be able to do is just copy this, clone this same, because the choir also uses contact. So what we might be able to do is clone that part. Say that, hey, we want this all to be on channel 2, because contact is multi-channel, and then we go change it to channel 2, and then we go and add another instrument. We add the choir. But we have to remember, we have to tell contact that we want the pitch bend range. Whoops. Oh boy. Let's save this. Seems to still be working, but so we have to tell it we want it to be. No, it's still not working. It's not bending at all. Oh, I think I know why. Because the contact does this stupid thing where it doesn't let the it only lets the main channel go to like do a pitch bend. So we have to actually clone it. We have to create more contact things. So let's say that this is let's move this down a bit and say this is choir. And this is choir bass. So now we just have to kind of copy all that and say that, hey, this is actually going to be at channel 1, and let's delete this instant of the choir. Well, actually, no, we could have kept that one. That one was the other one, but delete the choir from fiddle channel, and say we want to delete the fiddle from this channel. And now we want to tell it that the choir for this one is going to be at 1. So we want to take the pitch data from this one, copy it to this one, hey. Wait, did I copy that right? Did I cut it? No, I didn't cut it. All right. So we want to make sure that we say send pitch bend range to 12. Send pitch bend range to 12, and the instruments, we want to make sure they have a pitch bend range of 12 as well. Oh, here we go. There we go. And why is this? This does not need to be here. Fiddle. Oh wait, yeah, yeah, it does. They have different. So we need one for the choir and one for the choir bass. So now let's go to primal relay. So it sounds like we got a bigger range of pitch bend here. So maybe we got to go, maybe that other one was just a smaller range, and then we go back to kind of the 12 thing. Perfect. Now for the bass, let's see if we got a... Now I'm not sure if that's in the wrong octave or if it's just has too many harmonics. Let's try it on a different octave. I think it's just a different octave. Let me try to low pass it and see if that helps anything. I think maybe it actually is a lower octave. Yeah, it sounds about right. Maybe it's just a different, like not the same. Or maybe it just goes down lower. I think it does. It's supposed to go down a whole octave. Yeah, look at that. That's a weak curve there. Wait a minute. No. Whoops. I messed that up. This looks like that's about so maybe we can raise that. No, that's the max. That's 12 semitones. So maybe it's just a I think that is the right note. Yeah. I think we'll go with that one. think it does sound better with that one, actually. Let's make it hit 0. There we go. And the fiddle should hit. Well, let's see. Let's call this choir. Fiddle should hit 0 as well. Cool. So now we just need the effects on the choir. Let's make the bass louder on here. Oop. Cool. So now we need FX. So we're probably going to need another. We need that delay. We're probably going to need another chorus. Let's just try it, see how it comes out. Actually, I'm going to use the chorus that comes with the plugin because it, like the contact instruments, comes with a chorus effect that I use quite frequently. There we go. That's beautiful. But it also makes it way too loud. Hey, there we go. Once we put reverb on that, that's going to sound prime. And maybe that bass doesn't have to be that loud. Cool. Alright, so seems like we've got all our variations here. Let me check for variations in the bass. I know there's going to be a lot of variations in the drums. So, there's going to, and the drums are going to have to like be the kind of thing that we take from the original track most of the time, or just use the thing. There's no real pattern in the drums. Now, that's the only time they use that. That's a synth bass. So that's going to be in the project. Pick bass. Pick bass. Pick bass. So that's a unique bass that's only done in that project. Ooh. That one's only unique to that. Unique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bass score and just kind of go to save it as a score. That way I can drop it in the piano roll in any project I use it in. So what I'm going to do is go Diddy Victory Bass. And then the, let's see, so the melody is another thing that I'm going to have to take from the, as a template score, because it's going to be the same for everything. So let's see. So we're going to save that as a score. And let's see, Diddy Victory Melody. Let's see, as for the rest, we're going to export them as waves that we can add into the project. So let me see. Hold on. Let me figure out if there's any like real variation. If there's another very common variation in the drums that I can use. So we got that heavy reverb snare. Sounds like the typical one. This one's kind of different. Wait, no, it's not. A little bit different. But that one's a unique one. That one's not really unique. I think it's just a different reverb. Different reverb. That's about it. That one's unique to that project, so we're gonna have to do that within that. Still unique to that one. Crap. Alright. Are you going to make each stage version? Yes, we are. That's going to be a feat to be to admire. I'm just trying to find the cleanest way to do this. So it looks like everyone kind of has a unique drum set. So we're gonna be saving that as it goes. And so let's see. We're gonna save the beat as a. I'm gonna save the beat as a series, as like a score. I'm gonna copy this, copy all these things down. Go into another one and say, I kind of combine them together. Like that, and then save that as a score. Say drums. What's up, Nick? Okay, so it looks like we're done here. What I need to do is I'm gonna switch to 48K real quick. So I'm going to save this, and so we need to save this in like 48K in higher quality so that it's compatible with all the projects. So I'm going to go switch to right here, and you guys are going to see it disconnect for a second. So cool. So now we exit FL Studio. Come back, it'll be in 48K, and now we can export our mix downs. Alright, so we got our string intro. Oh wait, it's not oh wait, I forgot. Cool. So let's go export. So let's say let's say string intro. Victory string intro. Victory intro. Strings. Okay, and now fiddle intro. Victory intro. Fiddle. Now victory intro. Victory intro choir. Is there supposed to be? Well, I'm gonna go might want to put let me see, does this sound better with the actually it does sound better like that, except that nah. So I think what I want to do is export the kick, and maybe I guess I'll just do the hi-hats too separate, just in case I need it. We'll do the kick. Vic Diddy. Is the I don't know if the Dixie's intro is gonna be different. Oh, the drums. Yeah, it's different drums. So Diddy, Victory, drums. Wait, Diddy, Victory, kick. Now the hi-hat. Okay, now the beatboxing. I don't know that is that the right note for real? No, it's too high. Cool. I have a good ear. Alright. And now the bass. Wait, no. Bass string. Alright, so that should be about it. Oh, the rap. I need the rap left. It sounds kind of weird. Like, I don't like that stereo effect. There we go, it was too much. That's good. Alright, so that should be everything. Now what we need to do, we got to go through the all the tracks and say, like, add what we need to add. We'll go and so someone said that Bad Bird Rag, first of all, needed a, oh wait, what? Okay, so somehow I got, I think my, hold on, my window got closed for a second, sorry. So, are you going to make each senior hardware version, PAL version? Alright, so someone said that Bad Bird Rag, something about Bad Bird Rag. Bad Bird Rag is missing some marimba notes at the end. So let's see what that's all about. Do 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 do. Here we go. So at the end, it's missing some marimba notes. Probably shouldn't be working. Shouldn't be working in 48K right now, but we'll see. So at the end, they said there's some marimba notes. Okay, yeah, I see where there's a space there. Let me see what that actually has in its place. Let's see. No, there's no missing marimba notes. So where's the guy that said this? Because I don't see any missing marimba notes at the end. And it does sound like we could add some. Yeah, sounds better like that. I still don't think they weren't missing from the original. That's just kind of extra. Maybe so it's not in the end. No, it wasn't like that. But yeah, that's cool. So the first restored track is going to be Bayou Boogie, and we're going to do the death sequence for, or no, not the death sequence, the victory sequence. Oh, I forgot to switch to 44.1K. We might have some computer issues if I try to stream in 48. It's just it's a higher quality, and it's usually reserved for I put all my MP3s in 44.1 because that's the standard. It's easier for computers and phones to process, but 48K is for flax, and if you're streaming in that quality, it's just gonna make your it's just gonna make it harder for the computer to process. We don't need all that. Have you done Dixie's yet? No. Dixie's yet to be done. After Dixie's, all we have left is this. So we have Diddy's victory theme, Dixie's victory theme, and then the regular victory theme where you miss the thing. And then we'll be done. Which is a lot to go through, so brace yourself. So we gotta go through 44.1 and then close out. Open up again. Song with bells made in China. Yeah, the gamelan, or however you pronounce that. Gamelan bell in the bass. Do 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 Alright. So looks like I'm gonna make a new. Well, I'll make a new arrangement. Add one. Called it Diddy Victory. And here we're going to. So what's the? I forgot to take the beats per minute, the tempo of the of Diddy's Victory theme, because it's always going to be the same. So I'm just going to drop the Bayou Boogie Victory theme here for a second. Clumps romp, Diddy clear. Let's see, Bayou Boogie. It's probably going to have to. We're probably going to need it for the drums anyway. Whoops, that's the wrong one. So it's number 46E. All right. Looks like we got 94 BPM for this. Oh no, 130. So 130 BPM, and let's see, let's just put this in here so it automates to 130. So now we need our string intro. Cool. Now we need our, let's see, just add the beatbox. Beatbox 1, I think. Depends on which one. I forgot which one I did. Probably this one. Cool. And so we got I'm guessing we're using the string bass. Oh wait, no, pick bass. Now we need the rap. Alright. Now, the drums are going to be different. Let's see, anything else? No, that should be it. So we need our, first off, we need our, what is it? Okay, that's the death theme. We need our main melody. And it's probably, this is just because we have the thing there, I'm copying this. but this should be the original voice. It's not an echo. Okay, cool. So now what's our instrument that it plays? Cool. So we need our pan flute. Let's just copy this to the pan flute. Wait, that might be the rhythm instrument pan flute. Yeah, there we go. So why does that sound weird? Sounds like it's not sustaining. And it should be sustaining. But that's not, let's see, that's not how I had the, I kind of want to stay respectful to the thing, so. So what I'm going to do is add a new pan flute, sample, and let's see. There should be just a regular sample of it. Let me make sure that that's the right velocity. And it should be halfway. Cool. Definitely want that to be louder though. Maybe not that loud. just need our drums. So let's put the let's put him right up here in between the bass and the beatbox. So we're gonna have to process the drums differently too. Looks like we got all the same drums that we use. Let's see. So let's start with the regular drums, with the kick and the snare. Got the kick right here. Sounds pretty good. Except that we've got it, I think we've got like a high pass and whatnot on it, because in the song it's used as a snare. So we want to, let's make it a new channel. There we go. And we want it to be at about 6. Perfect. And we want to have it as a, well, let's wait for that, but we want to put it in a bus later. So let's get our snare and we'll use the same snare that we usually use, that we use for this song anyway. Perfect. And it should have reverb on it, right? No, no reverb. But no, wait. It has a little bit of reverb. The echoes have reverb, which means he's trying to create a sound of like slight reverb, but not too much. Kicks don't need reverb on them. So let's say that so let me see in the main song, does we don't really use this much in the main song, which means that we can say here we want it to be muted. Perfect. Alright, now the hi-hat, which, where does that play? Because I know it plays somewhere in here. Okay, right here. So that's also going to be, let me actually make sure that it works first. So we got this hi-hat here. And this is going to be split up between closed and open kind of things. We only really need one. Well, actually, we can use, okay. So this one. Wait a minute. I'm just going to take one bar of this because that's what I know. delete everything else and then say here's a new pattern, and this is going to go here. Move this to a clean bar and then say wait. So this is actually longer, so I need to create a new hi-hat. Cool. Alright, so that'll do, and now we need to say that the hi-hats are going into the reverb channel. Cool. And now we need to say that when they are, the rest of the automation is going to take care of that, but we need to make sure that the hi-hats, I think they occur with the drum beats, so they're good. Yeah, they got their automation, so. Now the reverb is off when you're in the main Bayou Boogie mix, but then when you get to the victory theme, it activates. And we need to say that our hi-hats are right here, they're going to keep going. Nice. Now that, I think that pan flute should be a little bit louder. But other than that, it should be good. That sounds good, but the Diddy's rap needs a track and it needs to have reverb. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see, does anything else have reverb? Just that. So nothing else has reverb. Just that. Is there reverb on the intro? It froze on me. Alright, so is there intro in the reverb is what we want to know. No reverb. Bayou Boogie should be completely fixed. Looks like we need a little more on the pan flute. Cool. So now we can move on to the next one. Let's see. You should do Water Well from DK2. Can't do that one yet. We are still missing you're still missing a sample. That little bubble. You know. Just it's a minor thing, but it's gonna, you know, I can't do it unless I have the full, all the sounds. So, one down and like, I don't know, 30 to go. Not really 30, more like 11 or 15, but still a lot. So, first one's down. That's going to make it easier for the rest of them. What else do we have? Crocodile Cacophony. This one's unused, but perhaps we can make it, like, you know, just restore it anyway, just for the hell of it. Do 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 da 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 do. Still hate SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob, man. What are you talking about? How can you hate SpongeBob? Well, I guess I can see how you can hate SpongeBob, but it's such a great show. Alright, so we got... Let me go to the one actual track here. So here's a question. Where's Diddy's Victory for Crocodile Cacophony stored? I think it probably is at the very end. Wait, did he clear? Okay, here we go. So wait, Boss Bossa Nova has one. I forgot about that. But since we're in Crocodile Cacophony already, let's worry about that right now. But I don't see it anywhere. Ending ambience, player down, Boss Bossa Nova. And see, I don't see the one for the player down either, but I know it exists. Oh wait, no, there's a death song, but not a victory tune. Right, that's right. Forgot about that. Duh. Your headphones sound like they need to be charged. What? My headphones are wired. Alright, so we're looking for Diddy's Victory on Diddy Clear Boss Bossa. Yeah, it didn't. That was my I forgot about that. So we got a string intro. Typical drum beat. And we need to make sure that this goes to 130 BPM. So we need to do a tempo automation and add it right here. So now we got to do kicks. Have it start right here and go. We need the second beatbox version. Okay, and our bass. Looks like now all we need is a main melody. I'm going to stick the main melody in the tempo automation since it's the only thing that's unique to here. So what is our instrument? Those high strings. Hey. Okay, so we've got, let's find our strings first of all. So it looks like, yeah, they're channel 2, and we need to grab our okay, here we go. We grab our melody, drop it here. And say that it's going to be channel 2. But it sounds like it's not long enough, like it's fading out too fast. So let me see, what do we have the, so we got, I think I can do them like that without no... Now I think that the run right here needs to have like a sustained anyway, and I know the ones that the one we want for the melody needs to be sustained as well. So let's add another instance of the strings. I don't know if there's a way to like clone this or anything. Guess not. So let's go and grab high strings again. Let's say that it's going to be at 5. Let's go channel this to 5. But it's too loud, so let's copy the same volume we have here. Looks like it's at the same volume, it's just not, It should be in the same mixer track for sure. There it goes. I think I want to lower the velocity a bit. And I think that let me see, I think this other drum sample I use works much better for the actual like drums. Cool. So now let's go back to the thing. Let's change it to channel 5 like the other one. Let's see. Cool. So now let's bring the bass. We need a track for the bass. No, wait, we don't need a track for the bass. It doesn't need any mixing. Well, actually, well, we do need to make sure that it's at the right band. It is, so we don't need that. So what we really need to do is make a track for need to make a track for the snares. And we need to put it in the reverb. This one doesn't need a track. I don't think we're gonna need reverb on that. This one does. Part of no, not according to this. That's gonna be the Crook's March that has the tinkle bells, or maybe Dixie's. Nah. But yeah, no, these have the strings. Maybe it's a different version of the game, like a different version of the ROM that has those tinkles, but yeah, perfect. We are plowing through these. Alright, so next one would be Disco Train. Now this one we're gonna be spending some time on this one because this one has all unique everything just about. So go back up here to 46 and find Disco Train. Here we go. Love that. Chorus bass. What? That looks like a mistake, y'all. See, the echo is like the, So we're gonna fix that. We're not gonna copy it like that. I'm sorry, but no can do. We're gonna do it like I'm pretty sure it was meant to be done. So first things first, we need to make a new arrangement. Call it Diddy Clear. And we need to drop in our strings intro. Drop in beatbox 2. And we need to change the thing to. We need to get a new channel. Put the tempo time in it and say this will be like down here. And we need, so everything else is pretty much unique except for the rap. And so we need another channel for the rap, like a mixer channel, and then we need to put it in to the reverb. Yeah. Okay, and now in our tempo channel, we remember we did that that synth for the it's the same synth as the victory tune. So what we need to do is go into, okay, it's not stored here. We gotta go into, find where, I didn't even name all these. Can't believe I'm so irresponsible. But let's see. Here we go. Square 2. No, but that's not the one we'll be using. We'll need to drop in our melody. Go to now what's the has weak velocity, so what's the velocity of the one that we have here? It's a normal 75%. But I'm pretty sure that we want that to be sustaining. But for the death theme, do we want it? Is that gonna like destroy us here? Okay, so maybe we automate it. Maybe we say, okay, that's apparently that's not gonna work. So it works there. If we automate it, say that right now in here the sustain is 0. And then we go here and say, okay, sustain is up to 50%. Then we can automate it and say that when it goes here, it should. Yeah. And then as soon as we switch to the death theme, it should go. Perfect. Viva la automation. Alright. So now what else are we missing? Now we need to do our custom parts. Let's start with the bass. So that's going to be our like saw square thing. That's the one that we use that dun dun da da dun. That's that same synth. So we want it to be 75% in velocity. And so we need our bass track. Let's say that this does like that. But we don't want it to be, well, we don't want to make a new pattern for it. Actually, no, we don't need a new pattern for it. We can just keep it like that. We definitely don't want it to be that loud. Perfect. Alright, so now our drums are next. Cool, so just one note. That makes it easier on us. That's not what we want. So we want our drums here. Let's kind of cut this and say that we want it all to be the same note, which is C sharp. And we want to make a new pattern for this because it's going to be a repeating thing. There should be a tail on this, but okay. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Might need a new track or a new sample for this. But our snare now should be, let's see, snare analog right here. That's not right. Okay, I need to drag this in again. Froze on me. Cool. That'll do it for now until I find another. Let me see real quick if there's one in the Boss DDR60. That sounds right. That's because it's too fast right now. But yeah, that pretty much sounds right, except that the we don't need that much. I think the it should be like a center, yeah. And the no reverb on anything. So the hi-hats are pretty standard. I don't even need to copy a thing for that. So once again, we need the a clone of the like long hi-hat to make a little bit. Looks like you need the bass needs to be a little bit higher. so that will be all the way here, and the something sounds a little offbeat. I think it's this. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe it is a little bit, actually. Try 15. Cool, I like that. So... but that lead synth might be off. So that, no, the synth is good. So is that it? I think we got, wait, no. Well, that's almost it. We have to do the delay on the drums. Which means I'll need to do this and this. So we need a delay on the kick and the snare, which we need to deactivate in the in Disco Train, like the main mix. And I forgot what was the let's see. Yeah, I think that was it. So I think that sounds right. Maybe less than that. Like half that. There we go. Perfect. Wait, it's missing a note. I think that's what I deleted by accident. Yeah. So now we can move on to Flight of the Zinger. All right. So let's see, what's this one gonna sound like? Standard drums, boombox 1, string bass, piano for the melody, so everything's pretty standard here. So let's create a new arrangement, call it Ditty Victory. Make a new channel, call it Tempo. Set tempo to 130. Insert. Beatbox 1. And now for the, we need the piano for the melody, so we just need to find that and then drop the, get the tempo thing and then drop the melody into the piano. Now, I'm not so sure about that reverb. Might want a 50%. So let's say that this is going to be at 50% power here, and in the main mix, it's going to be at 100%. Maybe 50% is too much. want it to be have higher, be louder, have higher velocity. Now, I don't think we want that to have that much room. There we go. But we want full, we want the piano to have more reverb. Whoops. All right. So maybe not 100%. About 75. Cool. Perfect. And then when we return to the regular song, it's going to all go back to normal. Except for that. Maybe this one still doesn't need to be that powerful. Perfect. Let me check it. Good. I like it. So next is Forest Interlude, which should have everything generic since that's what we base the measurements off of. Alright. So let's make a new pattern, call it tempo. Call it Ditty Victory. Make a new arrangement, call it Ditty Victory. Let's make the tempo 130. Insert, and then drop in strings victory intro and the string bass, beatbox 1, kicks, hi-hats, snares, and the rap. Okay, so let's hear that. So far, it sounds like... And I believe the main melody was in pan flute. Oh, froze. Alright, so which one were we on? Here we go. There we go. So let's grab our main melody and perfect. So all together now. Might be a bit saturated, a bit too saturated. Perfect. Make sure that that's actually supposed to be more than that. I'm gonna say we need to be less than that. Beautiful. So that was easy. Haunted Chase. Here we go. We're gonna have a custom bass here. I know that, and custom drums. Very experimental drums. Let's see. I'm going to assume that that was a mistake as well. So, we gotta do Diddy Victory. 130 BPM. Write that down and oh wait, I think it's the second one we want. So for our melody, let's get that out of the way right quick. We want that flute, that piccolo actually. Beautiful. Alright, now the rap bit. That sounds good. I like it. Beautiful. So now we need to do our custom drum beat. Actually, we need, let's do our bass first. So I know that the bass is stored over here. Cool. Now we can start on our drums. With these cut, it looks like we can do just an octave up. So it looks like, oh yeah, we're going to need a time marker change, like a signature change. We need this to be in 4/4, and then now we're good to go. I think we need a new snare for this. And actually remember we're using a different snare now for the sounds about right. Let's bust that to a kick and snare thing so we can put delay on it. It seems like it's a bit higher than that. Or maybe it's just that other snare sounds better. Still sounds the same. This one sounds better. The other one sounds better. Okay, that sounds good to me. I wonder if that snare would sound good on the main mix. Let's see. Sounds good. So now we just need a kick. Give it a little kick. I'm guessing this is going to be an octave up. But the snare wasn't that high up. It was like a little less than an octave up. It was like this much. Let's see, where was this again? This was at A sharp. The snare is supposed to be higher too. Not that high though. I think it's the reverb that makes it sound higher. Maybe that one is just higher. I think it's like in the middle, kind of. It's kind of like Perfect. Now the hi-hats. The hi-hats are going to be unique. Now we need a track for the kick. So we need to bring it up to 6 negative. We need to bring it up to 6 dB. But it's already full, so that means we need to. There we go. Now we need to bring it to kick snare. We definitely don't need that much. I was just thinking it sounds a little bit short. Whatever. So let's actually no. Nix this. Because we need the snare to have reverb while the kick doesn't. So what we need to do is put it on the oh wow, that sounds cool. And in the main mix we wanted to say no, this doesn't exist. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter because we're not using the same, like any of the same tracks. So we don't need any of that. But wait, it's going to be on everything, so that's why we want to have that. Do need it. And now for the hi-hats we need one. We need a track. But we don't need them in the drums thing for this one, because that's where the now what we do need is a like to bring up boost the lower harmonics. I think we forgot to do that at one point in another song. think I do want a little bit of saturation on the hi-hat, because it sounds kind of plain. I like how the hi-hat kind of fades out at the end. It's a little nugget. Alright. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that track. We can move on to the next one. Next one is Hot Head Bop. Crowd favorite. Oops. I think those kicks should be, like the echoes on the drums should be louder than I had originally done, but I'll fix it later. Now, so we need another tempo thing for the so we'll call this Ditty Clear. Paste the tempo. We'll add our string intro. Add the rap. Beatbox 1. Kicks, but not the snare. Actually, the pick bass. And so we need the piano melody. Cool. So now we need our there's a unique pattern for the snare. It's like it's pretty much taken the pattern from the actual track. Actually, I think it's the same pattern, it's just confined to one note. So what we got to do is drop the drums into the snare pattern, cut off the kicks, What's the, so the pitch should be G sharp to G, no, G to G sharp. I think I want them a little bit louder than that. We're not that loud. But if I recall correctly, the rap was different for this. It was a different pitch. And I think we can get away with just changing the pitch here in the sample. It's a different melody as well, so I'll have to I'm gonna have to go back to the Victory tab and like export that, like figure out that notes, that variation, and like make another thing, because I wasn't prepared for that. But with everything else in the we also need the ride sound. You just can paste that same thing in the cool. I like it. And I don't want to save as, I want to save. I did not fix, I don't think I fixed the Snaky Channy death jingle. We'll have to handle that when we get to Snaky Channy itself. Like for the Victory theme. Okay, now let's move on to... Actually, let's go and fix that, figure out that variation real quick so we can, so I don't forget. Oh look, there was a problem with the I thought it sounded weird that this note was like not very audible. So that was a problem like with the thing. But if I once I export a new sample, we don't have to add it in again. It'll fix itself. So what we need to do is clone this, and then we're going to because the notes aren't even right in the thing, so I can't really tell what note is what. We just kind of manually figured it out. So what I'm gonna have to do is kind of shift everything to what I know. Like I know it's most of it's like a minor third up. So hold on. So let's say all and perfect. So what I think is going on here is that let's see. So I think it's climbing higher. It's starting at just the same pitch and climbing higher. That should be right there. Yeah. Now there's something wrong with with these right here. There we go. Perfect. So that variation is going to go, hold on. But we're not in 48K anymore, so I have to switch back. I'm off to work. Alright, have a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna have this jingle stuck in my head all day too. So how's everyone's quarantine been going, huh? I've been mostly making some original tunes and scoring some movies and whatnot. Alright, so we got 48K. Now we just need to export this one to WAV format. And let's see, no, right here. So wrap 2. Good. So now we just need to head back to hot head bop, and then it'll be just drop that in and we'll be good to go. And I think after this we'll do that fix that snaky chanty death jingle, and then I'll have to take a break because I'm getting a little tired here. Hello, hi there, Ricardo. Hello from Barranquilla. Where is that? Never heard of that. Barranquilla, Colombia. Nice. That's a city. Alright, so we already have the original one in there. All we need to do is replace it. Whoops. That was funny. Yeah. That's so jazzy, man. Love it. Gotta love that. Alright. So now Snaky Chanty, the death theme, needs some work. Did I ever get out of 48? Oh man. Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now. I'm sure nothing will the computer won't be able to not process anything serious. So looks like we got through how many victory themes did we get through today? Well, I'm gonna come back later on in the night. I gotta go help a friend out, and then I'm gonna come back pretty kind of early in the night, maybe like 6 or 8. So let's see what we got. Okay. Well, it's loaded. So someone said that the Snaky Chanty death jingle something was wrong with it. So let's see if it would be great if that person would come back again, because I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. But you see, player down, Snaky Chanty. Let me see if I hear anything just by listening. See if it's that easy. I think the piano is way too low. Where's the piano? Oh, there it is. That sounds weird. Yeah, there's supposed to be way more voices here. Lots of voices missing from that. So what am I looking for here? So let's see, I've got these here, like C#7, C#6, but they were an octave down, so they would be less than that. So let me just kind of look around here, see what I can find. So this must be the, yeah, this is the ones that we copied. It looks like it extends beyond that or something. Oh yeah, because of this thing right here, right. But I didn't copy, there's some more. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe this right here, I think. Yeah, the C# in another octave. So it looks like he's just fluttering over octaves. But I sort of want these notes to okay, so they're not like, these are all like sort of oh, I see, this is like not enough velocity. But the other ones have that, no, the other ones have the same velocity, so I just need to raise the velocity here. Cool, that should starting to sound a little better now. Looks like we got these four. Yeah, it's these four channels. Okay. So it seems a little too fast. So we got C#5, C#5. Actually, those should both be in the same, wait a minute. These should both be in the same, so there's only one walk down. No, but it is supposed to be like that. But they're supposed to be the same octave. So it's supposed to be C sharp. It's supposed to be C sharp 5, which goes, and then you have to scale it up to C6. So they should both be C6 here. But I only want these, so let me go and say take this down here. And then what's that? Is there actually a C7 in there? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. C sharp 5 goes up to C6. C sharp 4 goes up to C5. So it looks like there's a C sharp 5, which is there's a C sharp 6. Another C sharp, like 2 layers of C sharp 6. There's a C sharp. There's 3 layers of C sharp 6. And then there's a C sharp 5 under it. So this should be down here. Which doesn't make sense because like this is like going all of a sudden all the way down here. So maybe it's supposed to be 2 octaves up. Maybe I originally put it up 1 octave and now it's 2. And maybe I forgot to put these up. I'm just going to take this layer by layer, alright? So that's right. So there's another, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. So that's right there. See, now that's another, a different note. What is that? Which channel is that, first of all? Oh, I see. Some of them are copied wrong. So this is all supposed to be down here. Let me see what note that is and go. There we go. Some of the notes were copied. Like some of them get copied wrong. So now the second layer. So that would probably be all the same. That means they would all be the same note down here. So that's the right note. Dun-dun-dun. Which means we need it to all be D sharp down there. So which color am I looking for? So these up here. Let's deselect everything that we don't need to be worried about. Oh, these are the same note. I just copied them again by accident. Cool, so it's supposed to be a chord. So these up here are supposed to be down here with the A sharps. And these are not included. There we go. So he's pretty much playing down a, looks like a C sharp, I don't know, D sharp, G, A. So D sharp minor and D sharp 7. So he's doing D sharp 7 over A. There we go. Now that's what we need. Actually, he said the pianos are panned the wrong way. So what are they supposed to be panned in here? So he just, because is that how it was in the song? Because I just have them panned the same way as the song, or at least how I thought the song was. So let's see, what's the dun, 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 dun. That's the bass. That's the where is the P? What do I know for sure is a piano thing? This should be a piano thing. Okay, now that's confusing. I'm just gonna go back to the snaky chanty thing and see what. So it's supposed to be panned to the left. And I have it panned to the left, but in the death theme it's supposed to be panned so it's got to be panned to the right in the death theme, and in the original it's panned to the left. So which means that I'm just going to take the the panning is like this, and I'm going to say that it's the first off, let's say that in this part it's going to automate to where it is like pan this way, and then in here it's going to be pan the other way. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to take a break, and when we come back we'll start on, let's see what's next. Would be In a Snowbound Land would be next. So we finished how many tracks? So we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, wait. We finished 7 tracks. So that's pretty good timing, considering that we had to process the victory theme, like the victories mixed down stuff. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back later tonight, probably around 8 or 6 Central Time. So I hope y'all enjoyed this stream, and I will see y'all later.